Hey everybody, welcome back to the Grognard Corner, and here we are. We're continuing our playthrough of turning Point Stalingrad from Avalon Hill. We are going to be stepping into turn 4, September 16th. Wanted to apologize a little bit about the delay in getting this out. Last couple weeks have been kind of hectic for me. Pretty much the end of summer, beginning of fall, prepping of my folks' yard and the house and everything, getting it all sealed up and ready for fall and winter. Stripping, painting, priming the garage doors, reseeding the lawn, a whole bunch of good stuff. Putting the grill away, putting all the deck furniture away, all that good stuff. And my allergies have been attacking me like there's no tomorrow. And for a couple days, I was just sneezing my head off like it was going out of style. So I figured you probably didn't want to see me or listen to me sneezing my way through one of these playthroughs. So again, apologize that we're a little bit late in getting this out, but here we go. So we're going to be jumping into turn 16, and as we can see, that is an orange, and German and Soviets are getting reinforcements, and the Soviets still have the advantage. So let's go ahead and remove all disrupted orange markers, and let's take care of some other bookkeeping type stuff. We've got the turn marker set to the first impulse, and I believe Germans get some reinforcements. Yes, they do. So we'll go ahead and stick that right there. It looks like a Stug company. And the Soviets get some reinforcements. Okay, and so let's go ahead and place those down here on the Volga River. Let's see, it looks like some 4-6, good. More strong defensive units. The Soviets need to get more of those out. If you remember, the 13th Guards managed to get on and form kind of a line right here. So we'll see if these guys will help and be able to shore up Soviet defenses any. So that's all for German reinforcements and all for the Russian reinforcements. And there is, since the Soviets still control, it's not the Red Barricades, it's actually the Dozhensky Tractor Works. They get one more armor replacement, so they're up to 3 armor replacements. Now, if I wanted to, I could spend those 3 armor replacements and purchase an armor unit equal to the number of replacements I have. So I could purchase a level 3 right now, but you know what? I think we're going to wait a couple more turns. We really want to get that 5.56. So we're going to wait a couple turns. And the Dozhensky Tractor Works is in no immediate threat of falling, so they'll be able to keep pumping out those tanks for a while yet. So we're good on that. Okay, so we've already removed the orange disruption markers, and so let's go ahead and flip all the units that do not have a disruption on them. And that'll give us a good idea of what we have and what we're working with. So all these guys are getting back into combat ready stances. Let's go ahead and zoom this out a little bit. Let's see if that helps any. Flip those guys. And I'm sure if there are any out there that I don't catch right away, I will catch when I'm going through and playing. Alrighty. Oh, Germans have got some strength over here now. That's actually looking pretty good. But let's go ahead and zoom back in. So Germans start off turn 1. Oh, we got to roll for the isolated units. That's right. Since they've already got the ISO 2 on it, they got to make a dice roll. And each unit under the isolation marker will be destroyed. The ISO 2 marker will be destroyed on a 1 or a 2. So we'll go with this unit first. It's eliminated, and that unit is still good. So let's move that disruption marker up. That tank unit's destroyed. That's distressing. Honestly, there's probably no chance of the Soviets breaking through and relieving those guys. So, oh well. Now, what do we have? Let's go ahead and step out a little bit and take a look. See, do we want to keep pushing over here first, or do we want to kind of take advantage because we've got some pretty big, beefy stuff over here? Let's ignore the west for a little bit, because I think what we definitely want to do is we still want to keep trying to capture as many of these riverside areas as possible. Yeah, but the 13th Guards is now going to make that difficult with their defense of 6 plus 3 is a 9. So we're going to be looking at some beefy defenses from here on out. Let's take a look. We got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We could go 1, 2. Actually, I don't even think they can make that. Take a look at the movement rates. Okay, moves. Enter a vacant area adjacent to enemy containing fresh units during the day, which would be 2, and then enter an area containing fresh units. That'd be 5, so 6. So these guys could get to here, but wouldn't be able to push in. Now these guys could do it. They could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that would only be a 6, 7 though. 7 to a 9. We don't like those odds. Wow. I've got no artillery over here either to soften them up, do I? I could do 3. No, we don't want to do that. That 6 defense is definitely making things very difficult. Let's go ahead and move these guys over here with those guys that tried to get across the river last turn. We got thrown back. These guys can't attack. Don't know what to do. Could take these guys. What do we got? 4, 5, 6, 7. Again, we're looking at a 9 for their defense. Could push into here. Yeah, you know what? I think we're going to do that. We're going to take these guys and we're going to push into the grain elevator. So we got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 for the... Oops, I should probably get my pencil and paper out so I can keep track of all these numbers. I know the pen's back there somewhere. There it is. Excuse me. Okay, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 for being daylight on the German daylight on the attack. And the Soviets have got a 4. Highest defense, okay, highest defense is a 2. Six. Let's throw the artillery in for a 7. Crap, that's going to be a little bit worse than I thought. All right, 8 to 7. Could end up being very bad. Let's see, 8 plus 8 is 16. And the Germans have 7, 8, 9, 15. Okay, so the Germans win by 1. And it's got to go to the highest defense unit. So they're going to have to retreat. And that is it. Those guys are going to get flipped over, and they're going to get hit with a disruption 2. Let's see, what are we looking at 2 turns out? We're looking at blue 2 turns out. Disrupt blue. Hate when I do that. All right. And the first dice roll was the 8, so the impulse or the turn is not going to end. And I got a roll for the counter battery fire of the German or the Russian artillery. Let's see, we've got 1 for the air, and I don't have any artillery there, so it's only going to be a -1. 2 minus 1 is a 1. Well, that'll disrupt them. All right. Now, where can the Soviets do something? Oh yeah, that guy gets it with a disrupt 4, which would be orange. I still just don't think. You know what? Actually, we might have a little bit. Be 6, 7, 8, 9. 6, 7, 9, 10. Actually, okay, you know what? Let's go ahead and do a daylight attack at Mamayev Kurgan. So the Soviets are looking at a 6, 7, 8, 9 with regimental integrity. And we're going to throw in both of our artillery units, because Mamayev Kurgan straddles the line. So both of those can be added into it. So that's going to bring it to 11. The Germans are looking at a 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 for being attacked during the daytime. So we've got 11, 12, 13, 14, 20. Ooh, this could be big for the Russians. Against 8, 9, 10, 16. That's a 4. Okay. So it's got to come. First one's got to come off the highest defense unit. So let's go ahead and flip him. That's 1, 2, and then those 2 guys will go ahead and retreat as well, and they'll get hit with the disruption blue. These guys will flip. Whoops. And get hit with the, or no, that is going to be a orange, because that's what 4 turns out. And these guys will get the disrupt blue. Okay, so they made the effort to get Mamayev Kurgan, but didn't quite get it. Okay, so our counter battery fire on this one. Let's see, do we have any German artillery in that zone? Yes, we've got. Oops, that shouldn't be there. That's a Soviet unit. We've got 2, and then the aircraft is 3. So 6 minus 3 is nothing, and the other one is going to be, how many artillery units do we have? 1 artillery unit plus the air. So counter battery fire is going to be D6 minus 5, 4, 3. It's not going to be anything, so they're good to go. All right, so that's going to be impulse 1. Impulse 2. Yeah, I think we're going to go ahead and push these guys into here as well. So it's going to be 3, 4, 5, 6 for integrity, 7 for German attack during daylight, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, not as good as I'd have hoped. 4, 5 for the Soviets, 6, 10, 13, up. Soviets win by 1. Not good, so that is going to flip them and disrupt them for orange. 4 turns up will be orange. That's not good at all. Back to the Soviets. You know what, the Soviets, I think, are going to take a look-see over here. What have we got over here? Got, boy. These guys aren't going to be pressing on until they clear that out. Boy, they just haven't got really much in the way of attack forces. Just really don't. I think the Soviets are going to pass. So, back over to the Germans. Turn 3. Yeah, those defense 6, that just sucks. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to 9. Well, they're not going to be able to make it anyways. They don't have the... But, excuse me. Let's go ahead and move them into there. And that'll be it for their movement. And the Soviets... Just not seeing any place where the Soviets want to attack. And I think the Soviets just want to hang out. Yeah, Soviets are going to pass again, so let's roll for impulse. So we're no dice rolls, 7, which is higher than the current impulse. Moves on to turn 4. Germans. We got this. The Luftflotte, the 8. Yeah, see, we don't want to do that though. Tempted to, but shouldn't. And oh, that's the 29th and the 94th. Crap. I was thinking of moving these mechanized or armored units into here, and then next turn combining them, but since they're, you know, the 94th and two different divisions, they'll suffer a penalty for 2 divisions sharing the same attack. Get those off there. Six, 7, 8 to a 9. Could get lucky. You know what? He who dares wins. So we'll go 1, 2, 6. And we're going to attack into there. It's going to be 6, 7, 8 for Germans on the attack during the daytime. 9, 10, 13. That could be bad. And we rolled a 5. What's the current impulse? Current impulse is only 4, so the turn will continue. Soviets have got a 9. 10, 16, yep. So that's going to stop them cold and mark them with a 4-step disruption because the attackers got stopped on the attack cold. That was not pleasant. That wasn't good. Soviet impulse. Got a lot of stuff I can try. Well, those guys can't try to get across the river yet. And we're holding the Germans up here. Yeah, I guess the Soviets have just got a little force right here. Could go 3, that's a 5. Could. That'd be 1, 2, 3, 4 now. Yeah, just don't have the strength to push into anything yet. So, Soviets are going to pass again. Impulse 5. And since we're starting to get up there, we're going to go ahead and use the Luftflotte 8. And they're going to hit something. What do they want to hit? They want to hit right here. They want to hit this base right here. So it's going to be an 8, plus 1 for attacking during the daytime. 9, 19. Uh-oh. Big terror bombing going on. I believe the highest defense in there is a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Uh-oh. Yeah, that's 12. Yeah, those NKVDs are dead. Okay. Solves that problem then. Soviets are going to pass again. And since the dice roll was, what, 8, impulse will continue. Our turn will continue. Impulse 6. Okay. Got to do something here. I just got too much forces here. Oh, I also have a reserve. I've got this guy. Still got to do something with him. So hopefully I won't forget. Let's go. Those are all the 369. So let's break those down into 2 regiments. Let's go into here with these guys. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 for attacking on the daylight. 9, 10, 11, 12 versus the Soviets. 2. You know, I really should make sure I start putting the highest defense unit on the top. A 3. They'll go ahead and throw their artillery in. 4, 5, 10. Still not enough. That's 2. So I could take 2 to destroy that. Yeah, so it's either going to be 2 points to destroy the motorized or 2 points to retreat. Yeah, you know what? Let's just retreat both of them back. Have both of them fall back, and they get hit with a disruption 4. We already know that that's going to be orange. And since this did not exceed, it was not an overrun, they get stopped, so they'll get flipped for a 2. All right, Soviet impulse, and the German dice roll, what was the dice roll? It was a 4. All right, so that's going to end the turn at the end of this impulse. But since I rolled a 4, which is less than the current impulse number, but the Soviets will still get to do their thing. But again, I'm just, let's see, I could do 2, 3, 4, 5 to hitting theirs through. Oh, I got to roll for counter battery. Luftflotilla and 1 artillery. So it's with dice roll -2. 2, yep, all right, that's going to flip them. Okay. So it's going to be 3. I can get 5 to 3. Do I have the movement? 1. What does it cost to move into a area containing only spent units is 3. So I could go 1, 2, 3, 4. I could get up there. 5 to 3. You know what? They're just kind of sitting there not doing anything. They're going to go ahead and counterattack. So it's 3, 4, 5. Can't throw in. You know what? Actually, no. We're not going to do that yet. We're not going to do that attack yet. I think the Soviets are good again. So now it's going to flip over to a nighttime. And the Soviets get to go first. Now the Soviets are going to do their counterattack because they get +1 on the attack during the night. So they've got a 3, 4, 5, 6 for attacking at night. 6 is 12. And the Germans have got a 3. Oh, jeez. 15. Biggest chance the Soviets had. And they mucked it up. Biggest counterattack they could have done. And they got stopped dead cold. Germans were waiting for them. That is depressing. That is absolutely depressing. So that'll be that'll be the Soviet impulse 1. Now the Germans. Flip over to the Germans. Now let's go ahead and move this guy. Let's do something with him. He can come in B, C, D, E, and F. I think B, C, D, E, and F. Yeah. So. What I do with him? I lost him. There he is. Where does the stud company want to come in? E. Let's go 1, 2. Not a good idea to leave them there by themselves. Committed to it. We're going to stick with it. Shouldn't have done that. All right. But do we want to do that? How gutsy are the Soviets feeling about going? Actually, this guy will stay here. These guys will go ahead and counterattack into there. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 for regimental integrity, 5 for attacking at night. Actually, we need to bump this now up to number 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Artillery is suppressed. Can't throw in artillery. 5 is 10. And I believe, oh, no, it's only impulse 4. And the Germans have 2, 12. Yeah. Germans win by 2, stopping the Soviet. Counterattack dead cold again. That's not good, because now these guys are going to come and move into here and attack. 5 versus a 2, 3. So 5 is 14 versus Soviet 3, 4, 5, 6. Oops, 8. Ow. Yeah, that was probably a bad idea on the Soviets' part. Oopsie. And that was an overrun, so he can actually keep going if he wants to. It's a 5. You know what? Yeah. I got a bunch of ways I can go now with this guy. I could go to here, here, here. 3, 4, 5. Or I could just hold where I'm at. You know what? Let's just hold where I'm at. Since it was an overrun, I don't accrue a disruption marker. So that's good. And that'll be the end of the German impulse. Onto the Soviet impulse. Oh crap, I'm an idiot. I gotta start getting these guys across. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's go ahead and do this group of 2 first. I'm glad I remembered I had to get guys across the river. Ah, that would have been horrible. Let's go ahead and just land him here at Red Square. And let's check the interdiction. Because for some reason I always get the... Okay, Mamayev Kurgan, 1 point. Riverbank. Germans contest one or more riverbanks or control one or more riverbanks. Contest adjacent bank. No. Control adjacent bank. Both. Okay, so it's a 3. So those guys landing will have a +3 modifier. And let's see if we can get a good dice roll. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, they land and may continue to move and attack. I think it's 2 movement points. I don't remember how many movement points it takes to get across there. Okay, sequence of play, occupation, advantage, strategic. Night, Luftwaffe reinforcements, ferry landings. Regular entry cost of an area, so that's 1. They can actually keep moving. You know what? Let's go ahead and keep these guys together. It's a problem with breaking up the 13th all over the place. I'm losing their regimental integrity. I mean, but they were more set up as a defense than anything. So let's go ahead and move those guys there and flip them over. And since that was so successful, okay, well that's the all. Yeah, three units at a time can be ferried across. All right, so that's fine. And the dice roll we had was a 6. What impulse is it? 6. It is 5. Okay. So now the Germans. Okay, so that's the Russian movement. Now the German movement. The Germans are going to continue their attack here. They got to try to do a breakthrough here. So it's going to be a 6, 7 to a 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. 7 to 6. All right, so we're going to do it. Actually, no. No. Let's take these guys and move them here. Yeah, that guy's not. They're an independent unit. Flip and flip. Okay, that's all they're going to move. Now onto the Soviet turn. Back to the Soviet impulse. It's going to be impulse 6. And now we're going to bring the 2 other battalions. Actually, yeah. They're going to land here as well. So we already know the dice roll is modifiers of 3. Okay, so 6, 7, 8, 9. Land safely. Can keep moving. All right, they're going to go ahead and move up into there as well. And we're going to keep regimental integrity with them. And now it's going to start getting really hairy for the Germans to start attacking anything. Okay, so that was the German, or that was the Soviet phase. Now for the Germans again. AA is 6. I could do it though. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 6, 7, 9 to 9. Crap. Even dice roll. Could I get 1, 2, 3? I could get down here. I could move all these guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, or 2, 3. I got the movement to do it. Get there at a 5. Those guys I don't think are going to go on the offensive on their own. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. It's going to be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 for regimental integrity. All right, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. To the Soviet 5, 6 for being attacked at night. Their artillery can't give anything. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 15. Oh! Managed to stop the Germans dead cold. So those guys will get flipped and hit with an orange. That was not good. Not good at all. All right, back to the Soviet. Now Soviet impulse, or turn impulse 7. We've already got that across. We got that across. Go 3, 4 to 4. Yeah, we like staying right there. That gives Germans something to worry about. Keep that armor unit there as well. Man, it's beefy. Friggin' defense 9s. Ugh. I've got defense 8 there. Oh, 6 mech infantry all over the place. Oh, dear God. I have a feeling something's going to get real nasty in there next turn. Maybe. Actually, we got 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 to 10. Germans may push into there. But I'm getting ahead of myself. It's still the Soviets' turn. You know, I think the Soviets are going to pass. And I believe the Germans are going to pass as well, which is going to... Actually, do the Germans want to pass? They got more stuff. Nah, they got more stuff up here they want to move. So they're actually going to go one. They are not going to attack. They're just going to move into there. And let's see what impulse is it. It's impulse 7, the dice roll. 6. All right, that's going to end it. All right, that actually ends the turn. Wow. Germans made a little bit of big advances. Both sides managed to get smacked around a little bit, making attacks, and the Soviets have managed to get some beefy reinforcements in. We're going to start looking at probably some more bloody combat, although probably not as bloody as at the beginning, because now the Soviet reinforcements are getting into place, and they've got some pretty beefy defense numbers. So we're not going to be seeing the big gains that we saw in the first couple turns. So yeah, there we go. There we have it. Turn 4, turning point Stalingrad. Germans are slow, or the Russians are slowly getting some good defensive formations out there. They've got a nice line here. I think the Germans really need to push the center. That's kind of where the Soviets are kind of weak right now. So I think the Germans really need to focus on pushing up the center and exploiting out from Mamayev Kurgan. We'll see what happens next time. All right, everybody. Questions, comments, concerns, complaints, criticisms in the comment section. I'll catch everybody next time. See ya!